So in this video, you're going to see MacKenzie Tour veteran Albert Pistorius. First of all, we're going to measure his carrying angle in the three middle or lower, upper, and middle core stance widths. And then he's going to do the express. And then you're going to see how stance width is no longer an issue as long as you're using the express exercise, the Wright Balance Express Exercise. If you're doing the Wright Balance Optimization exercise, that's for pain management and flexibility, you will still need the stance widths by core region to play. Now, when we shot this video, we were on the edge of determining that whatever you held in your hands, for example, this bar, which is what Albert is holding when he's doing the express, changes the power angle. Subsequent to this video, we now know, as you've seen in our last video, that whatever you hold during the express exercise defaults to your grip size. So if you're using your grips that you have on your clubs, that's going to create your balance, your grip size, your heel-to-toe balance in particular. So you want to be aware of that, because that's also going to determine how you use the ground through the swing. So let's take a look at this video with Albert. Again, carrying angle, how it changes by core region, the Wright Balance Express, how it stabilizes. We go through the planes of motion to test, and then finally showing that stance width no longer matters when you're set up, because your hands hang the same, your power at the top is the same, no matter what stance width or core region you go to. For older videos, you've seen me measure the carrying or power angles. It changes by core region. So yeah, so when you do this, you want to slowly rotate that palm out, and you can see how shallow Albert's carrying angle is here. The interesting thing, you'll find this with some players. 161, and he's on number 1. So the carrying angle or the power angle is generally equal to the external shoulder rotation. But with Albert it is not, as you'll see. So let's take a look at your external shoulder rotation up here. So 161 is right here. That's where the bubble is level. So Albert is, let's see what you're over. So let's measure. Albert, have you done any exercises on the shoulder girdle that might be a result of that? You're at 151 basically.
Yeah, when I was an amateur, they saw that I didn't have enough external rotation, so we worked a little bit on that too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they certainly did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. You got 10 degrees. Wow. So this angle for Albert is not true. Let's go to 9. So that was the extreme. Let's see if it changes. And you're going to be just a hair wider there, 8.5. So you see the red number wider to the left?
Oh, and
yeah, there you go. That's my one. So let's see if 9, this is region 9, which is the upper core, the top of the upper core. Let's see what your external shoulder rotation is here. And show me. So you can see how much less that is. So I'm going to measure. So in an upper core position, Albert does match the differences, and he's back to 159.7. So that's a 10-degree change just in going from upper to lower. Let's see what mid is. So he's going to go to number 4. There you go. And that's the middle core. Just above the navel is this number. Yeah, I'll show you how much. So he has a little more than the upper. So for Albert, this is really the best angle to determine. So now he's at about 154. So he goes 150, 54, 59. So it's 4 to 5 degrees difference. This is an important measure, because now we're going to do an exercise where all of this becomes a moot point. But I'll tell you what, Albert, before we do, I want you to set up face on with your iron on mid-core number. So he's at 4, right where we saw the 154. And go ahead and press. So for Albert, you can see that 154 is pretty darn good here. If you take this hand off, what I'm measuring now is through the lead arm down the shaft. That same angle shows up here, 154. Albert, would you step to 1? Okay. Now that,
right here.
yeah. And stand tall and reset. And you can see now that angle no longer fits. And if you take this hand off, this angle I can't get in because it's too close. So we have a good 2 or 3 inches to the middle of the forearm. So that angle only fits in a mid-core position. So if Albert plays with this and doesn't have, right now, if he doesn't have his mid-core stance width, he's going to struggle. Okay, but we're going to fix that in the next segment when we do the exercises. Okay, now Albert, while you're there, go ahead and grip the glove. Go to 4 if you will. We can also test these angles at the top of the backswing. So he's going to take the glove to the top. And when you do this, you don't want to be over here, you want to be under. And I'm now going to push up and or resist. Go ahead and come down. Feel power?
Yep.
Okay. Now, while you're there, without changing your grip, just move to 1. So we're going to test on 1. Start down. He has no power. And now if you go to 5, which is another mid corner. There's the power. Now if you go to 6.
Yeah, I mean that's a narrower stance too.
Yeah, it is much narrower. Most people think you get wider or get stronger. Okay. Well, that's also mid-core. You can see how strong.
Yeah.
You feel it through.
Oh, you can feel it through here, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Albert's going to demonstrate the Wright Balance Express. This takes 2 minutes, 2.5 max. The more breaths you take as you do it, the longer it will last. Albert, you did it first time 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And what time of day was it? Like 11?
That's right, Doc, yeah.
About 11 a.m. and you came out the next day?
Yeah, and it was still there.
It was so it lasted is the point.
Yeah.
So the results of this exercise will last. And when you're doing these, Albert's doing them on the 9 stance widths from Wright Balance. We're setting it up so you'll be able to do this on your own online if you wish, or you can go see one of our Wright Balance professionals. We're in 13 countries around the world. So Albert wants you to, as Albert does this, your knee flex is important. And when he's gripping this bar, he's going to have a baseball or a 10-finger grip. If there's any separation in the hands, the exercise has no effect. So yeah, there you go. So first thing he's going to do is add knee flex, lean forward. As he leans forward, he's going to take a couple of deep breaths, but notice he's rolled his shoulders toward his sternum. This is the isometric move that is the magic of the move. We're going to have 2 isometric moves. Now he's going to lean back. And yep, and he's going to pinch his shoulder blades together. And you can as you watch this. And same thing now. He's going to pinch the shoulder blades or the shoulders toward the sternum. Up the deep breaths. Now, if you're doing these, and you have the 9 Wright Balance stance width, you are the more breaths you take, the longer the hold, the longer the exercise will last. He's doing 2 breaths, which is what he did the first day he was here, in the interest of time. And as you'll see here, this is 2 minutes to get through.
Doug?
Yeah, thank you, Albert. Absolutely. If it's not vertical, it will not work. You saw earlier that we disrupted the core with a bar held parallel. This only works when the bar is vertical. Get through the middle of the core. Now, just look straight ahead. There we go. Now you're square. Okay, now take that step forward. And how'd we do?
Square.
Very square. Okay, if you'd come back then and then take that step back with the left foot so we can see from this angle. And Albert, how's that? Square?
Dead square, yeah.
Dead square. The camera and wants them to see how square you are. Shoulders, and if you put your thumbs on your hips now, you can see that his hips are level. And if you just drop your arms, and his shoulders are going to be.
It's just like the same too, right?
Yes.
My hand's not
in. And that's the other thing. You'll notice Albert's hands hang exactly the same. So, before, I didn't show you this. If you've seen some of the other videos, you would have noticed that not only is there a different power angle, but there's also the way the hands hang changes by core region. But Albert, if you'd go to 1, and you can see his hands did not change. They're exactly the same. And if you go to, you were on 4, go to 9. So he's a mid, upper, or mid, lower, and upper, no change. What I'm going to do now is I want you to see, remember Albert changed his external shoulder rotation in all mid, upper, and lower. So Albert, if you'd go back to the numbers, here. So he has increased his external shoulder rotation. It generally is from the dominant core region. And as I recall, your dominant, years ago we measured you was mid. Right?
Yeah.
So what was your mid here? 154, 5? Something like that. Okay, so just relax. So once again, we're getting a false read because Albert's carrying angle here is about 160, 159, 160. So let's rotate so you can face that one. When we do this external shoulder rotation, you'll see the changes. And by the way, play football, quarterback, you want as much external shoulder rotation you can get. Pitcher on the mound, let's see what we have. You can see how much more, because that's where he was at address or standing tall straight ahead. And now we have 152. Okay, so let's go to 4. That was the lower core.
That was lower core,
yeah. That was lower core. This is mid. And we have 152. I'll go to 9. So not only do the hands hang the same, 152. It's exactly the same angle in all core regions now. So what does this mean? Albert, if you'd turn and have that just face the camera there, like we did a while ago. So you'll recall that Albert only had power in his mid-core stance width. Was that right?
That's right, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't even need this, but I do want you to feel the difference. One of the things we're missing is a measurement of resistance or power and the force in the downswing, really. So take that to the top on 4. I felt this the other day. We didn't talk about it, but I'll tell you, I don't want to preload Albert's expectation here, so I'll say it in a moment. Okay, ready?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Now, how compared to earlier did that feel?
Thought it actually felt a little bit even stronger, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt the other day.
Yeah.
So let's go to a low core. Now low core I pushed him right over a while ago. But because these angles...
I can already feel him strong. Oh yeah, I don't even have to move, yeah.
Yeah, you're already strong there, and now let's go to upper core.
It's like it just activates everything.
Yeah. So that exercise, again, you're going to find 8 to 24 hours if you do them in all 9 core stance widths. And now what we're looking at, Albert and I were just talking, this is the exercise relatively new. And down. Oh yeah. You feel the change?
So good.
Yeah, so he has power everywhere. Now just go any random stance width. Don't even look at that. Doesn't matter where you go in between the numbers. And all of these numbers are mapped. So that's where you tend to want to go anyway. Take it to the top and start there. That's awesome. Okay. Now what you're going to do is I've got you at 152, so take it to the top and hold it. I'm not going to push up on this time, Albert, but what you're going to do is you're going to hold your right arm angled. Okay. And we're going to bring the club down with your left. I'll guide you through it. And then you're going to stand tall and look straight ahead. This is on 1. Okay, I have the club, or your arm. Okay, stand tall, look straight ahead. This way, and we're going to retain that angle. And you'll notice what Albert was able to set here. That is 152. We're going to show you down the line how this is just repeated now. That's a low core number. So let's go to an upper core number. So the point is, this exercise levels everything. And we get the same numbers, same angles. There you go. And stay straight ahead. And again, 152. So it remains a constant no matter what stance we're in. The exercise numbers are critical. Now we're beginning to discuss how important is it to hit your number on the stance width. Because stance widths have, and if you're not doing the express, it is extremely important, as you saw. But if you're doing the express, we're starting to look at stance width now. It doesn't have the same effect it used to, as you can see from the power test.
Yeah.
So, and you felt
that's good. Oh yeah, we just tested it.
Yeah. So Albert naturally goes. As a pro, I think I said earlier, #2 in the order of merit, won a couple of times on the MacKenzie Tour, #2 in the order of merit, and so as a pro and the ball striking he has, he goes to his balance. Absolutely goes to his balance. Okay. You got that?
Yeah. And I think it's especially important, like for me traveling, like sometimes when I haven't done this, it takes me like 4 days, like just to feel like I get my ball striking back. But with this, it's almost like get off the plane and go.
Yeah. As long as you have everything you're going to see here is about setup. Albert, let's try this down the line, okay? Well, we're here, and I want to show you. Well, let's do it face on, so we don't have to move you all over the place. Take it to the top and hold it.
And then grip, is grip important then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to work on that grip, and that you need the shaft lean and the grip for this. So make sure you have that grip and everything connected. We'll cover that in the next video or two. So you've set shaft lean and then you're, okay. Now take that to the top. Okay. And what you'll see here, once again, is 152. Okay, and if we just rotate you this way, and that bubble just, okay, now rotate back again for me, please. And what I have here now, again, is 152. So this angle, let's show you that angle down the line so you can see it. So this carrying angle, when the setup is good, this is where power comes from. This angle, as you've heard me say in other videos, out of 1865 medicine, brought to the research setting by Dr. Michael Melman, at the time team physician for the Dodgers, the Kings. He's still with the Kings to this day, but Mickey, long story, you'll hear it in another video. I'll let you hear it there. So go ahead and set up again on 1 where you were, and take that to the top and hold it. So 152 now, I just hold that in this position. You can see 152 shows up here as well. So how's that feel?
Feels good, feels solid.
Yeah. Now go to, Albert and I have been working on grip. I don't want you to think that all of this just happens. I want you to go back to your old grip and take it to the top on 1. So we're going to cover grip here in a little bit. I haven't looked at this, nor has Albert. He's never seen these angles at the top before. So your hands are back, right?
Okay.
Take it to the top. So now that angle just changed. See that?
Yeah, yeah.
So the angle Albert has gone to at the top is 141.
That's big.
That is huge. He's about 11 degrees greater in the backswing, so he's going to be looking for power there in the downswing. That's because of the grip change we made. We're going to go into that now.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, would you? I'll tell you what. One more face on. Well, let's just finish this off and see what you get face on at the top. I'm going to measure this angle now with that same grip you arrived with.
Can't even remember anymore. Which is a good thing.
It is a good thing. Take that to the top. Okay, so now I'm looking at, that's a little bit, well, it's not bad, but it is,
it feels different though.
No, it is, it's less. Actually, it is a lot less. It is 150, no, it's 152. So you were at 141, I adjusted to 152. So this angle is set, but the shaft plane is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.